Liquids are crucial. They're crucial to life, but also crucial to business, and especially the vacuum business. There are loads of wet vacuum applications, like bottle filling or lifting or filtering water. And in addition, there are vacuum processes with high vapor loads like drying and distillation. And in these areas, liquid ring vacuum pumps are among the most reliable and efficient technologies available. Thank you. So why is that? Well, liquid ring pumps by their nature already contain water. In fact, they need that water to operate. So they don't mind if a process adds a little bit more. Atlas Copco's range of liquid ring pumps can easily handle liquids coming straight through the inlet of the vacuum pump. Those liquids won't damage the pump and they won't interrupt the vacuum pump performance. There's a couple of important things that you need to understand about these pumps and the way they work. So in a moment, I want to show you an example of what happens when you try and pump a hot, wet gas load. So inside this bottle, I'm putting hot tea. And we're going to use this as an example. But for now, let's just leave it here. Many other types of vacuum pumps, and compressors for that matter, do have a problem with liquids. And why? Because a pump, whether it's working in vacuum or overpressure, is designed to compress a gas. That means the presence of any incompressible liquid in the pumping chamber is a recipe for disaster. You might say that those pumps can't hold a drink. And it's not just straight up liquids, because pumps often also have to handle condensable vapors. You see, when there's water around, it tends to dry up, whether it's puddles on a footpath, spilt drink on the bar, or lakes, rivers and oceans over a hot summer. Evaporation is the natural process which causes liquid to turn into a gas. A few molecules at a time on the surface of the liquid have just enough heat energy to separate off from the rest and turn into a vapor. The more heat and the more water you have, the more vapor you get. Now, in a closed environment, all that evaporated water is trapped. So bit by bit, the water content, or the humidity of the air, raises as more molecules heat up, gain energy, and diffuse out amongst the other gases in the room. Thank you. Now, when you cool a local area down, you end up with condensation. And that's because those excited, evaporated water molecules that came out of the tea earlier, they've slowed back down, lost energy, and converted back into a liquid. And that's why you end up with condensation on the surface of a glass filled with cold beer. And by the way, the heat energy that those molecules lost has gone straight into the beer. So don't let it sit there for too long. We've described the condensation effect that you get by cooling down a vapor. But there's another thing that causes condensation, and that's by raising the pressure. So here, as the vapor molecules are squeezed closer together, they start to form droplets and turn back into a liquid. Pumps raise the pressure in the chamber, and that will cause liquid to condense. But mechanical pumps normally can't handle liquid in that chamber, which is why they often raise the temperature at the same time to make sure any molecules remain in a vapor form. But one pump's poison is another pump's medicine. Atlas Copco AWS and AWD liquid ring vacuum pumps actively promote condensation by directly cooling the gas stream as it enters the pump inlet. Then any condensed liquid is washed away by the water already inside the pump. And the result is a really cool and efficient technology which is well suited for wet and high vapor loads. I want to just go back to that hot tea that we poured earlier, because by now it's gone cold. And what's really interesting is that you can see that as the liquid inside this sealed bottle cooled down, the vapor that was in the bottle condensed and the gas shrank, and that's caused this bottle to nearly collapse. And that is the secret to why cool-acting liquid ring vacuum pumps are often the best and most efficient technology for hot, wet or condensable vacuum processes. So, what do I want you to take away from this? Well, two things. Firstly, drink responsibly and enjoy with moderation when you do. Secondly, and more importantly, invest responsibly. And that means enjoying the advantages of Atlas Copco's liquid ring vacuum pumps. We can all drink to that.